And there we are.
Awesome.
And so,
all right.
Essential oils for kids.
You might not know me if you're friends of Gabriela, so let me introduce myself. My name is Mariana. I was born and raised in Argentina. I've been living in the US for a bit more than 10 years. I have 2 boys that keep me on my toes. They are 9 and 3 next week. I know it feels that time flies, really. My profession really is a teacher. I practiced being a teacher of English as a second language for almost 15 years before I decided to become a stay-at-home mom, to dedicate myself to the kids and to my own health, which is really what brought me into doTERRA. When way before I discovered doTERRA, I used regular products, you know, those things that make the home smell nice and the laundry smell nice, and all the beauty products that make you smell nice as well, perfumes, you name it. But they were not making me feel great. I had dizziness, I had skin irritation and headaches, and sometimes throat irritations as well. They interfered with my life as a teacher and as a mom because I just wasn't feeling great. And I knew that I could. So it wasn't until last year that someone introduced me to doTERRA, and I was able to learn natural solutions to manage my own health issues as well as my oldest son's health issues, which is also why I'm very passionate about being here today to teach you all I know about the basics of essential oils for children. Gabriela?
Thank you. So for you that are seeing me in Mariana's end, let me introduce myself. I'm originally from Mexico City, and I've been living in Miami for almost or over 20 years. I stopped counting. I mean, so what? I'm here. And I used to be in corporate America, but now I switched careers and I am a yoga instructor for prenatal and postnatal yoga. So I work a lot with moms to be or moms. I'm also a doula. So a doula is a lady that helps and supports prior, during, and after the pregnant lady in the emotional level. So I am there, obviously, working and supporting the moms before the baby comes, help them prepare for birthing. Doesn't matter if it's natural or in the hospital, or, you know, C-section or at home. And I help them after in giving them tips in what is best for the body, for the recovery, for the emotional, and lots of other things. I might not be a mom of a human being, but I've been studying a lot about breastfeeding and a bunch of other stuff. But my commitment to motherhood was to my dog, my girl there, Oreo. And for those of you that know what it's to have a dog, it is kind of a mom. And I didn't know that before I committed to that responsibility. I learned after I took her. And we've been together 3 years. She's a rescue dog that she also uses the oils. And as a yoga instructor, I mean, I'm fascinated by the essential oils. I've been using doTERRA for over 8 years. And I used to share the oils in my yoga classes. I used to share the products of doTERRA with my parents for years. They've been using the Deep Blue Rock. I've been using, you know, the oils for myself. And just recently, started to study more of the oils, learning so much more and putting more effort and time into the business of sharing oils, which gives me a great satisfaction and a great reward in knowing that the oils and the products of doTERRA can help and assist people to feel better the same way that I'm using, you know, my yoga to assist people, or my yoga prenatal, postnatal doula to help people feel better. And that's what I do with the oils, and I share them, and I love to hear the stories people feel great, and I use them with dogs too.
That's amazing. And it's such a great part of what we do, learn and educate and share out of love and care for the people that we know. All right, so our main goal here today is to tell you, our main hope really is for you to understand the power of essential oils and how they can help you and your little ones overcome some health issues, however minor they can be. So today we are going to cover 3 things in this class. You're going to learn 3 cool things about essential oils. You're going to learn what the top essential oils for children are, and you're going to learn how you can get started with these essential oils that we love so much. So first things first, what are essential oils? Oh, let's go back. So essential oils, you may know them. You might have seen them at the supermarket and places like that. I am going to tell you first where they come from. Essential oils are the aromatic compounds of a plant, and they come from all the parts of the plant. Gabriela, we have to go back to the previous one. There.
I want to stay here. Sorry.
Yeah, let's stay there for a bit. Thank you.
You tell me when. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. So as I was saying, these natural aromatic compounds come from different parts of the plant. It can be the stems, the roots, the leaves, the flower, and they all have very powerful health benefits. Now, you may ask, how? Let's go on to the next slide. I'm going to show you 3 cool things about essential oils. The first one is that they are safe. doTERRA's essential oils are safe. They're safe to use because nothing is added or taken away from these fantastic plant extracts. Remember, they come from plants. And because of their purity, they have profound benefits without any side effects. So for example, when you take something for seasonal allergies, a common side effect is drowsiness. You wouldn't get that side effect with essential oils. Now, this purity, and I'm going to emphasize purity because we are talking about our little ones here. This purity makes them safe to use on children, babies too, adults, and the elderly. The second cool thing about essential oils is that they are effective. One example is their capacity to help our bodies combat threats. This is because essential oils address the root cause of health problems. These oils have a remarkable way of hanging out both outside and inside of our cells. And the third and last cool thing about essential oils is that they are super concentrated. doTERRA's essential oils are super concentrated and they are affordable because 1 drop goes a long way. For example, 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is as potent, if not more so, than 28 cups of peppermint tea. So what does this mean? You only need a little to get the job done. 1 drop of peppermint will cost you about 7 cents. In our homes, we can't afford not to use essential oils.
I add one more thing about the CPTG. It's the doTERRA oils has this certified pure grade that is done by a third party, and that's something that not all the brands out there might have. So something very important to consider. And so the 3 ways to use the essential oils. Number 1 is aromatic. So obviously aromatic can be in a diffuser that you can have in your house. I mean, I normally have it behind me, but I have it right here in the corner. I didn't want to ruin the light at this time of the day. But also you can have the aromatic, just taking it from the bottle straight into it and just like rub it and put it into your face and smell it. Obviously, when you smell it, it can help, to have whatever positive effect that you're looking for. It can help you to be more uplifted, happy, energetic, or it can help you also to relax and sleep at night, depending on what oil you're going to choose at the time of the day. It can also help you to clear the airways. It can help you maybe if you're feeling a little bit like motion sickness that we're going to talk about, which is the oil for that. but also it can help to clear the air in your house, especially nowadays that we're concerned so much about like bacteria and what's coming into my house and what I'm bringing in and how clean is the air, or if somebody's coming in, are you going to tell them? I mean, back in early 2020, what we used to tell people is like, hey, are you coming home and changing your clothes? Obviously, guest home, but you're not going to tell them take off your clothes out or bring a clean clothes change. Hey, just put a little bit of diffuser with the On Guard, and you don't have to tell them that you're just killing their little bugs, but you're just doing it on your own. The second tip is that you use them topically. Topically, as it says, is that you will apply it into your skin, and depending in you know, the oil and the purpose that you want to use it into the area, you can use it into, you know, either the stomach or the back, or a lot of the application for the kids that we're going to be talking about, it's on the bottom of their feet. And with kids, we're going to be covering a lot of dilution. So of course, you don't want to apply the oil directly into the skin of the kids, depending on their age, or depends on their weight. So obviously what you have to be very careful is the dilution. And if you're going to dilute it, it's going to be with fractionated coconut oil. That is the carrier oil that we suggest. Fractionated coconut oil, it's actually coconut oil that it doesn't get cold. This process that is remove, you know, whatever is the molecule that is like makes it to get cold, and it doesn't smell as well. So it allows the essence of our oils, whatever the blend that you're using or whatever pure oil that you use with doTERRA, to penetrate into the skin faster, dilute it for your babies or for your kids or for your dogs, and then it's gonna spread out easier, but at the same time, it's not gonna ruin the essence of it. Because I was teaching a class yesterday night and a friend asked me, like, what about almond oil? I said, if that's the only thing you have, apply that, but the essence is gonna change. So for you to consider. I mean, the benefits of the oil that you will use will go into your skin and to your body, into the cell, but maybe the aroma will change if you don't use the fractionated coconut oil. And the last way to use it is internally. Some of the doTERRA oils can be taken internally directly, and we'll show you later, or we can talk about it here actually. It's like every single bottle is gonna have, in the US, I have to clarify because I just learned that in Mexico product, they don't have, or maybe other international, you know, territories, they do not have this label. So when you have the bottle, you can just start rolling. So you see there my lemon bottle, if you start rolling them there, you're gonna see here a box that says supplement facts. I'm sorry that maybe you see it, maybe you don't. Some of the bottles have that supplement fact. This is adaptive bottle that doesn't have the supplement fact in there. So when they have the supplement fact, you know that you can take it internally. So for example, this water has like lemon directly oil into that. So you can take it into a veggie cap. You can put it also directly under your tongue, that I do that with my frankincense. But also you can apply it into your food and cook with it. I mean, I put wild orange into my yogurt and stuff. We'll give you more tips.
Awesome. And as Gabriela mentioned before, yes, we are always going to suggest dilution for topical applications, especially for children and the elderly. The way that you ratio how much fractionated coconut oil and how much essential oil to put in a 10 ml roller bottle is based on the age of the person. You can screenshot this chart if you wish. All right.
Here we go. The top essential oils for children. Go ahead, Mariana. You start.
I know this one too well. You guys tell me you have a toddler without telling me you have a toddler. Tantrums are so real. And I have two children that are 6 years apart. I kind of forgot about how bad tantrums could get because time does that to you. You kind of lose your memory a bit. Oh, this is so real with toddlers, so real. So the oil that we use for these situations, for stress, the oil that we use for when we need calm, when we need peace is adaptive. Adaptive is the calming blend, and you'll see on the next slide what it has. It's a blend, which means that it has a bit of everything. It has wild orange, lavender, copaiba, spearmint, magnolia, rosemary, neroli, and sweet gum. It smells divine. And the way that you could use this oil on children would be by diffusing it to create a calm environment, whether it's the playroom or the family room, you know, where you're hanging out the most, probably, you know, before a nap approaches, when they get cranky, or after a nap too. Oh God, the situations are endless with toddlers and tantrums. You can also massage this oil on your child's back using fractionated coconut oil as a carrier oil. You could put a drop in their bath water. I do this one a lot, really. And you could also make a roller bottle and just roll it on their spine and bottoms of their feet. A roller bottle is so practical. I happen to have this one here. It's not adaptive, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is a roller bottle. It has this stainless steel ball that allows the topical application to be done so easily. It also lets you keep it in your purse and have it ready to go.
I have to say that what I've noticed is the most use that we can get out of the oils is definitely, if you're not taking it internally, if you're not diffusing it, to have it on the go is the roller.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen my family and relatives and friends is like, if you keep your oils like this in the box in the closet, you forget you have them. So the best that you can do is have the rollers, have them with you at all times until you have that routine of realizing how good it is.
Yes, and may I add that another great tip is to keep the oils in the places where you would use them. You're drinking water with lemon, which means that lemon has to be in your kitchen because that's where you're going to reach for it. If you're going to use lavender for sleep, you're going to keep it on your nightstand. So they're not going to be all packed up together in one place. Keep them in the place where you're going to use them.
Exactly, exactly. I want to share a little bit of a story about the adaptive since you're talking about it. I was traveling back from Mexico to Miami. I went to visit my mom last weekend. And in the plane ride, it's my first time traveling in the last 16 months. And it was my first travel with masks. So it was very intense. And I have to tell you that I was like totally like, you know, like dropping adaptive all over me. The airport to the way home. In the plane next to me, there was a couple coming back home to Miami with a French Bulldog Terrier that was having a little bit of a hard time getting into his bag to go under the seat. And I just offer a little bit of the adaptive to the guy next to me, to the dad of the dog. And I say, hey, can I offer you a little bit of essential oil? It's gonna help your dog. I use it with my dog when the storms in Miami. And he's like, and I said, give me your hand. And I just gave to this guy 2 drops. And I said, smell it. It's only essential oil. It's all natural. Don't worry about it. And I said, you can just pet a little bit of your dog in the back. And in 2 seconds, and he's like, really? He was very, like not so sure. And as soon as he touched the dog, put a little bit more of the hand under, they close the zipper and they put the bag down. And he turns to me and he's like, wow, that fast. Yeah, it's like, that's how it goes,
That's amazing. I mean, really all the tips that we're going to teach you today, sure, they can be used on children, but on mamas as well. I mean, who couldn't use some calm in their lives, especially as a busy mom? And, in your case, Gabriela, with your dog, you just made a perfect example how versatile essential oils can be.
And so let's go here into the next one. So what about the, you know, when the child has the sniffles and stuffy nose, you know, it's like a lot of these can be also like a bigger thing, you know, asthma, cough, bronchitis, flu, allergies, snoring. I mean, those poor things. The best thing that you can do is breathe, is the respiratory blend. Breathe, it's a blend that has laurel, I don't know how to say it in English, or bay leaf, I don't know. Eucalyptus, peppermint, melaleuca, or tea tree is the same. Whenever you see melaleuca or tea tree, it's exactly the same. Lemon, cardamom, rabitzara and ravensara. I mean, like, I don't know those two, so if I pronounce them well, excuse me. But obviously, you know, we've always known about eucalyptus and peppermint. It's great for like respiratory blends.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't or who hasn't used big vapor root their whole life with
exactly
respiratory? For years, you know, from my mom to, I guess, like moms at these times, I mean, like probably they still buy the big vapor root. And I told my mom, this big vapor root is made out of Vaseline, that Vaseline is coming from petroleum. So it doesn't matter how much are they doing in the processing of it, but it's coming from petroleum and how many chemical processes that might have. So what about if you take a little bit of this breed that is coming pure plants from nature? It has a certified pure grade of therapeutical use. And you can put it with a little bit of that coconut oil, and you can put it into your chest. You can put it under your feet. You can put it into the diffuser. I mean, you can put it into the bag. It is fantastic just to help anybody breathe, to open the airways. I mean, I will imagine, I mean, obviously diffusing it at night is great for adults and for kids to diffuse. It is great for, I mean, imagine everybody's wearing masks. What if you just do a little bit of a spray bottle, you know, that they can spray a little bit on their mask? Or in the shower as an adult, you can put a little bit of a drop into the shower before you go into the shower, and then you're giving it into the diffuser to your kiddos, right? Or make the roller yourself, as we talked about before. Make a roller of the breathe oil and apply it into their feet whenever you feel that there's something coming in.
I love this blend. It smells wonderful. I use it every night. I apply the roller on my chest every night. It just gives me the feeling that I breathe better when I sleep. And it's such a good point. Big Vapor Rub is what we've grown up to know. And I love questioning things. I love questioning everything around me. So it's one of the reasons why I've made the switch to non-toxic and natural solutions. And our skin is our biggest organ. Whatever we put onto it gets absorbed and goes into our bloodstream. So think about whether you want petroleum to enter your bloodstream or your little ones. Oh, I know this one too. These small kiddos have small bellies, but they have big stomach aches. And yeah, you know, when you travel and you're eating junk food because that's all there is at the hotel, or you're on the go at a theme park, it's just hard to get everything right all the time. And yeah, they sometimes get belly aches and indigestion or diarrhea, or they get gas, constipation, and God forbid, food poisoning. But when that happens, doTERRA has a blend that can help you tremendously on that. This is, again, both for kids and grown-ups alike. The blend here is DIGESTZEN, and it's the digestive blend. Again, this is a blend of different plant extracts, in this case, peppermint, coriander, ginger. You guys know, grandmas and moms would always tell us to drink something with ginger when we had a stomachache, right? Caraway, cardamom, fennel, and anise. So the way that you can use these on your little ones is by massaging it on the abdomen, on the stomach, using a carrier oil as well. I love to have a roller of this one because again, it just makes it so practical. And what you can do as moms is to take a drop of 2 of this in a glass of water. But with older children, because the flavor might be a little too strong for them, for older children, you could put a drop or 2 in a veggie capsule. And if they take pills at a certain age, you know, I'm talking about 9, 10 years old above, they could just swallow that pill and enjoy the benefit of the essential oil and a calm stomach. This is one of my favorite essential oils, and it's the one that you see a very immediate result when you have a stomachache.
Mariana, so for the 9-year-old, they can take it directly, right?
Yeah, maybe a drop or 2, depending on the weight of the child.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Always start with 1. I always say start small and see how that goes.
and is this blend, I mean, I've been using it like not as much, but somebody was telling me that it has amazing benefits in both ways, that it can be also from diarrhea to constipation, correct?
Yes, I don't know how that's possible, but it can go both ways. Either you go to the bathroom too much or you don't go, it can help you both ways. And a very surprising thing about DIGESTZEN, because of the ingredients of the blend, is that it's an amazing congestion buster. My small kiddo, the toddler that goes to daycare, is the one that always brings viruses home. And so far, since he started, we've gotten sick twice with a respiratory bug. All of us, all 4 of us, it was insane. But the last time around, the congestion was just so much to handle for me that I started doing research. What can I do? I need to do something. I couldn't breathe very well. Yes, I used breathe on my chest. I breathed it in, but I applied DIGESTZEN here on my sinus with a carrier oil because we need some, you know, the face can be very sensitive. It was magic. The immediate relief that I felt using DIGESTZEN on this area and the T-zone was amazing. Again, another example of how versatile essential oils can be and how much 1 drop can do.
Amazing. I mean, it makes sense because if it's for, you know, constipation, something is here, you know, congested.
It looses up everything, yeah.
For sure. Because accidents happen, and poor little thing, look at that boo-boo. When they don't reach, right? And when they do, when the accidents happens, hey, we have essential oils for that it can be analgesic, antiseptic. It helps with the I cannot say that word.
With the healing, yeah, with the healing of the wound.
Yeah, it's like the healing of the wound. I know it in Spanish, cicatrización. I mean, like I'm in Spanish. Frankincense. Frankincense is the king of all oils. That's how we know it. All of us that are like into the essential oils. Frankincense, it's the most powerful, amazing oil that can be used for everything. I mean, frankincense, for anybody that doesn't know it, it's coming from, it's coming from a tree, and it has the properties to restore cellular, you know, the regeneration of the cellular level. So it helps with pain. I mean, it helps with healing, with wounds, with scarring, and obviously restore the cellular level. So you apply it directly into, you know, the wounded area, or you can put it into a massage. And obviously for your kiddos, you're gonna dilute it in a fractionated coconut oil. I have to say that this oil can be also very relaxing. And I'm a yoga instructor, so I have to say that it's very high energy and high vibration. So these oils tends to have a higher connectivity of making you feel so much peace and joy and everything. I mean, like a lot of these oils are gonna help you to feel happy and empowered and awake or relaxed, to calm them down, to get to bed. But this oil, it's amazing in all levels. This oil, I use it, in fact, myself in my face in a roller bottle, and it is great for anti-aging lines and the dots, the dark spots on the skin. Great for meditation. Here's the yoga teacher putting on the
I had a story about this oil. 2 weeks ago, we were at Disney World, and my little one, again, the main character of all my stories lately, fell down and bumped his head, just like the kid in the picture that we showed you before, not once, but twice, on one day right after the next. I travel with my oils because, you know, when the essential oils become part of your lifestyle, you take them everywhere with you. It was a short trip, but we still take a lot of the oils that we use on a daily basis. Guess which oil I forgot to pack? Frankincense.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but I had Immortelle, which is an oil for an oil for women's skincare. Amazing, absolutely amazing blend. And it has frankincense as the first ingredient in that blend. So I immediately applied it, and I could see on the next day, before he bumped his head for the second time, I could already see an improvement. So I was glad that at least I had a solution that I could use on that, but I'm never forgetting frankincense on my luggage again.
Hey, or your Immortelle is always going to be used for that.
I love that blend.
So obviously another powerful element that frankincense has is antidepressant. It's so when somebody's feeling a little bit down, it's like you just apply it into the pressure points. I mean, for adults, taking it under their tongue. I mean, I take it under my tongue every day, but obviously I'm benefiting from all the other properties, anti-aging, keeping a high vibration, restoring my cellular level in all ways. This is also great for memory and concentration. And I know that this one in diffuser helps a lot for the elderly when they start forgetting things. We use with rosemary, but that's another topic and another class. So
all right, so I don't know about you guys, but I want my kids to spend time outdoors because I want them to burn out all that extra energy that they have. It never seems to run out though. But then things happen like mosquito bites, and they get home and they start scratching so much, or they get allergies because so many trees out there. They get skin irritations, they get cranky, or they get too tired. You know what I'm talking about, that too tired feeling when you just can't get them to calm down and get ready for bedtime. So in that case, lavender, yes, as versatile as it sounds, is the Swiss Army knife of oils because it can be used for all those things. Now, a way to use lavender would be to apply on the mosquito bite directly, and that will reduce the itchiness and the swelling of the bite. And it can also treat skin irritations or burns. Think about after sun, when you go to the beach or you spend a whole afternoon poolside and your skin gets irritated or a little sunburned, you could use lavender to calm your skin. You can also, if there's ear or throat discomfort, put a drop on a cotton ball and just gently place it on your ear without pushing, and just let it be, and it will relieve the pain. And lavender, I'm sure you guys all know it. Lavender is great for sleep. It helps you calm down. And I like to have my little spray of lavender. I add a couple things more, but that's what happens when you get more advanced. But to start, just a spray with lavender and spray it on your pillows. Spray it on the linen. And you can also apply it on your feet soles. I love to apply it on my temples, behind my ears. It's become a very nice self-care bedtime routine that I do just to get me ready for sleep, which sometimes is very hard. And for older children, if they have seasonal allergies, they could take a drop of lavender, a drop of peppermint, and a drop of lemon in a veggie capsule to reduce all of the discomfort that comes from allergies. That could also be put into a blend into a roller bottle and apply it on the skin if there's any seasonal allergy hives of the sort.
And also as a diffuser, right?
Yes.
In the
Helps with the
allergy,
breathing.
I have to mention on the allergy blend, these three that when you start studying your oils and you start like learning more about it, don't worry about it. If this is the first time you're seeing this, will help you process, learn, and adopt all of these tips. But this blend of lavender, lemon, and peppermint, I put it in the diffuser for my baby here because she is very sensitive to pollen. And as soon as that time of high pollen season comes, as soon as we step out of the apartment, she starts sniffing. And I think she's sniffing all the way out. So sometimes it's like when we are out, okay, so she starts dealing with it. What you can see, her eyes start getting like heavy with like things coming out. I come home, I have the diffuser here for her, not for me, but that's what we do, right? We care for our kiddos. So my baby, I put the diffuser for her, but I also have a spray bottle with the same peppermint, lavender, and lemon. And I have a spray bottle that I spray it on her because then she starts scratching her body. So I spray a cloth because if I spray it on her, it's too much, you know, stress. I spray a cloth or wet, you know, I damp a little bit of that cloth and clean her with that. And I remove all that pollen from her and it's like magic.
That's such a great idea. That's an amazing idea.
And a spray bottle, even for your hair, I mean, like, even in your hair, if you don't wash your hair all the time and you suffer from allergies, just spray it into your hair, you know?
Yeah, it's true, because everything kind of sticks there, and on clothing. Clothing you can change.
Exactly. Well, we're already talking about allergy seasons, so there you go. Another one can be lemon. So lemon is fantastic for allergy seasons. And then, you know, what we can do with lemon is like we talk about, you know, the blend of the three, you know, in a diffuser, lemon, lavender, and peppermint. You can make a roller bottle or, you know, you can have it apply directly into the surface, you know. And for, you know, sore throats, you can put honey in a spoon, you know, a spoon of honey with a drop of lemon.
Okay. Moving on to road trips and whatnot, when you suffer from nausea, motion sickness, or dizziness, but you know, also headaches, digestive upset, bad breath, low energy, mental fog, and fever. This is such a versatile, beautiful oil, peppermint. It's so fresh and energizing. I love to use peppermint on headaches. Not that I love having headaches, but it's a very natural and safe solution to get rid of it, just to get going on my day and to feel my best instead of taking an Advil or something else. Now, I have to admit, I was always very against taking over-the-counter medication. I've always been like that. And I thought that my job was to just fight it and to just be strong and, you know, like toughen it up and keep my headache and go on all my day with the headache. Oh gosh, what a bad idea. What a bad way of living that was. I'm so glad that I found these oils because they have given me the tools that I wanted to live a healthy and happy life without really sabotaging my own principles, which in my case were to use as less medication as possible. So peppermint is an oil that you can use for motion sickness or dizziness. Just smell it. Like Gabriela showed you earlier, you put a drop on the palm of your hands, you rub them together and take deep breaths. That will help you a lot with these situations. You can also massage it over your stomach. Remember, DIGESTZEN is another one that you can do for that, and it has peppermint in it. You can also try peppermint alone. And for the headache, what I do is to get a drop or maybe a roller bottle and just massage it here on my hairline and on the base of my skull and the temples, and that will do it. And you can also, for the little ones, apply a drop to the back of their neck or their bottoms of their feet to reduce a fever. And I've tried it, unfortunately, way too many times, and it works.
Do you have any recommendation into when it's the fever? Do you apply it like every few hours, or how does that work for you?
Well, I usually do it before bedtime, and by the time he wakes up in the middle of the night, if the fever goes up again, I do it over. Another one that you can use for fever management on kiddos is lavender, if you don't want to use peppermint all the time.
I mean, and like the peppermint can also be taken internally. I'm going to give you this tip as, for the adults. And that definitely, you can put it into water and it's going to cool you down. Maybe you can even do like a lemonade peppermint drink for your kiddos. You make a big jar, like a pitcher of like a little bit of that same blend that we said, lemon, lavender, and peppermint, and you give them a little bit of different taste. I mean, just thoughts and ideas, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And maybe a little honey, I mean, to inspire them to drink it. Your family can feel strong and protected with their immune system support, and that will be an amazing blend that, oh my God, I'm so grateful for On Guard. I mean, last year, it was my safe and to go, product. I mean, On Guard, it is wild orange, clove, cinnamon, rosemary, and eucalyptus blend. And a few of these oils have the properties to be very antibacterial at the same way that is like, obviously, eucalyptus helps into obviously opening the airways, but I mean, who doesn't remember, like clove and cinnamon, they're like so strong into, they're spices, they're strong, they're hot. And that rosemary and that also antibacterial and wild orange uplifting, it's fantastic, this blend. And that we can use it as, support your immune system. You can put it into the sole of their feet, obviously dilute it. I will assume for older kids and for adults, we put it into veggie capsule, or you can take it directly as a drop into your tongue. I even put it as an adult into oatmeal sometimes, or in the spoon of honey, I put a drop and I take it internally. I also heard that you can put it in water, and that when you have like sore throats, you can do gargles with it, and or as a mouthwash, you just can brush your teeth and use it to rinse your mouth, and obviously you're clearing all bacteria and anything that will stay there. And one of the favorite of all of us that are into these essential oils, we call it the super immune booster, the flute or flume. It's a blend that you will use this On Guard, but you will boost it with frankincense that we said that is the king of all oils, lemon that we know that is detoxifying, the On Guard. Then you have oregano that is a super powerful antibacterial, and tea tree or melaleuca. So it is about having those 5 oils. You put it in equal parts in the bottle, in the roller bottle. How many drops will you put, Mariana, for your kiddos?
I think I did a roller bottle with 2 drops each for my little one. It was not that much because these are powerful oils as well. But yeah, I think I did that. I think it was 2 drops of each, and I do use it every day. I kind of made it a routine to apply it on the bottoms of their feet after bath time. That's one of the main things with essential oils, is that you have to be consistent. And the way that I had made it work for me was to have a routine. So I know that right after bath time, before they put on their socks, I will apply the fluid on their feet every day.
Yes. I mean,
to keep them strong. So the whole idea here is just to keep their immune systems strong, especially nowadays, and especially with the 2 children going to school.
and the other thing that I don't know if we mentioned yet, it's about in the back of their spine. It's a key area where we can apply the oils for the kiddos and for adults as well. I have my plume blend, and I have it next to my bed for myself, because it's like I can apply it in before I get to bed, under my feet and on my spine. And yeah, it's like amazing.
I love that there's no right time of the day to do it, right? Because you do it at a certain time, I do it at a different time. And I do it just on the bottoms of their feet, because I apply something else on their spine after bath time. I usually apply something to calm them down and get them ready for dinner and then bedtime. So I usually use Steady from the kids collection line on the little one, and a custom blend for the older one. I just love that there's no right or wrong time of the day or, way of doing it.
And there's no side effects. I mean, and the beauty of it is that you apply it, that blend of the Steady that is going to calm them, but you know that you're giving them something to keep quiet and mellow and like more relaxed, right? Coming down into that energy, but then you're giving them something that is boosting them into feeling better.
Yeah.
Or you have their immunity. So there is not like that whole clash of these 2 things.
That's right. Yeah, very good point. Mm-hmm.
And it's about the consistency. It's having, it's like, it is effective, but you just have to continue to apply it. I also question things, and I want to suggest something here that I've thought about it. Why are we so married into all these brands and marketing out there and products that they're very vibrant, brilliant colors and big name brands that do not mean anything? Pepto, Tylenol, NyQuil, Vicks. It is just brands that, and now put those things into colors and products, right? And packaging. And it's like, hey, we've seen that product and commercials for 49 years.
Right.
And I think in my house, and it's like, until you start saying, hey, what if I try, breathe. What if I try DIGESTZEN? What if I try On Guard? What if I leave my sleeping, whatever they're taking, and I start taking Balance and Serenity and Adaptive? And then you just realize that it's like, how many $1 million has been spent in marketing and packaging and commercials, and you don't know about this until you try it. And I want to add something else. I've suggested to some people to try to use this with newborns or like 6 months old, because that's the category I also work with, my postnatal ladies. Some of them are open to try this. Some others are not so open. And they're like, let me check with my doctor. And I just suggested put a little bit of lavender roller on their feet of the baby for a travel that they had, for a trip they had. It was a no, thank you. The doctor say no. And the response was like, take a Tylenol. Give them a Tylenol, baby Tylenol. And I'm like, unfortunately, the doctors, they only know what they went to study at school. And that's what they know, and they're going to recommend. Until you try it for yourself and you just see that it's natural and you just put it on you and you just see it on your kids, that's how you're going to start trying it.
All right, moving on to the last top essential oil that we use on children. This is the one that you would use when there are issues that happen maybe at a playground, there's a knee scrape, and we need something antiseptic and antifungal. Tea tree or Melaleuca, that's the scientific name, is the one that you would go for in these situations. And the way that you can use tea tree is by applying it diluted on the scrapes, on the cuts, and on the wounds, because it helps clean. So this is what you would use to disinfect the boo-boo, as we like to call it as moms. You can also apply it behind the ears to reduce ear pain. I have one of my children is really apt for ear infections because of swimmer's ears. So this is the one that we use for that. And you can also make a spray bottle or add to shampoo to deter lice. So lucky I haven't gone through that with two boys and very short hair.
Yet.
All right, so let's move on. We've covered all of the top essential oils that we use for kids, and now we want to tell you how you can get started with essential oils, how you can get these oils into your homes. So there's 3 ways to get your oils. There's retail, there's membership, and there's enrollment kit. Let's break them down. Retail is the most expensive price that you would pay for the oil. This is suitable. Let's say you go to the chiropractor's office and he uses an oil on the therapy session, and then he sells those oils at the lobby. So you get the oil and take it from there. So it's a professional setting situation. But you don't want that, because you want more than one oil and you don't want to pay the most expensive price for each of them, right? The second way is membership. This is just like Costco. You pay a membership fee. In this case, it's $35 per year, and you're going to get the best products for the best prices, because you would get 25% below retail price for everything doTERRA sells. It's a good deal. It's a very good deal, but it's not the best. Let me show you the best way to get these oils. That's the third way. It's buying an enrollment kit. We will show you pictures in the next couple of slides. The enrollment kit is when doTERRA pairs up a diffuser and a selection of 10 oils. In most cases, 10 oils. Now, these are big savings. They're so big, they're even bigger than the membership prices. If you start adding up one by one plus diffuser, you will know why. Now, when you get an enrollment kit, those $35 for the enrollment fee get waived. You're not going to pay for them. So that adds up to even more savings. This is how I started. I'm sure that's how Gabriela started as well. You get 10 oils that can cover a lot of your needs. Now, let me tell you something. You might say, well, a membership, an enrollment kit, I don't know if I want to start that big. We want to show you the added benefits of a membership of the enrollment kit. And they are not to be taken not into consideration. First of all, 25% off retail price for everything for a whole year. You also get a welcome packet when you sign up with either one of us. You get a personalized consultation and ongoing support. This is huge. When you buy essential oils from the grocery store, the first thing I will tell you is, remember the 3 cool things about essential oils? Well, those don't apply on essential oils from the grocery store. The purity is questionable. The efficacy can be questionable too because of the purity or lack thereof. And they might be affordable, but you're going to have to use a lot more to get the job done. But I'm going to add a 4th thing. Nobody is going to help you. When you get something off the shelves, you are not going to get an essential oils coach. That's where Gabriela and I come in. You are going to get coaching from us. Whatever you need, we are just a text away. And that's huge because we are going to be your teachers, your educators. And because we are going to be your educators, we're also going to offer you material and access to classes so that learning keeps going on and you're never going to leave the oils unused because you are going to know how to use them. And finally, we have a private Facebook community where there's a lot more education, and I love the Q&As of the community. I love how users from everywhere in the country post a question. I have this issue. What can I do about it? And a lot of us wellness advocates reply and help out. So it's a great resource. And I also love the monthly raffles that we do. I think that this month's raffle was a $300 worth bag of goodies. So all of these you only get when you purchase a membership or a kit.
Yes, and yeah, I love it. I love the fact that you highlighted that only, you know, you get the support with us. When you buy in the supermarket, you don't even know what you got. You can buy the brand of the supermarket, and you can buy the purest, and it can be like Whole Foods, or you can buy somebody else's oil, and nobody's going to tell you how to use it and how to dilute it and what blend goes with that.
Yeah.
It's a community that everybody's so willing to share and give you recipes, and everybody's going to be following up. And it's like, we all need this community that is in the same, you know, synchronicity of using these and embracing how to use them. One thing I want to highlight is that the monthly, when you enroll into the membership, you're not, you don't have a commitment to have a monthly purchase of any type of value. So you can make your first purchase and buy your membership kit, enroll today, and maybe in 3 months or 6 months, it's until when you decide to buy something else. But if you really use them and you start creating your own blends and you start getting into that, maybe little by little, you start buying one more product and another product, or you just take from 3 to 6 months, whenever you want, as much as you want.
That's right. Let's present the kits so that people can know what these amazing enrollment kits are all about. Want to talk about the first one, Gabriela?
Sure. So the first kit that we're going to show you here is like, this is the most saving that you can ever have. And this is when you're just ready to switch everything in your house and you just want to get rid of all those toxins. Today, we only focus to talk about the 10 basic oils, but we talk about, you know, what about all the toxins that we have in the house, and all the toxins that we have, that it starts from detergent, toothpaste, creams for massaging. We talk about Vicks Vapor Rub. We are talking about here, you can switch everything in your house and have multivitamins. That is the top #1 product that doTERRA sells. We didn't mention it because it's like, obviously it's not the kit product necessarily here, but it's like the #1 product in doTERRA is the multivitamin, the LLV. It's like these 3 bottles here. And when you take it, you can, I mean, like, stop having it because it's amazing. So this kit comes with like the line of the supplements, probiotic enzymes for your digestive and keeping a good healthy gut. Then you have 10 oils, 10 basic oils. Then you're gonna have all the On Guard, that is the cleaning line, immunity. You have toothpaste, you have capsules, you have a diffuser, you have soap, you have body lotion, you have a fractionated coconut oil to do your own blends. Deep Blue is something that we didn't mention. Have you tried Deep Blue with kids?
I haven't. I had clients who use it regularly because their kiddos' legs hurt because they're growing pains.
Okay.
Yeah, I have used it just once on my little one after he dislocated his elbow a couple months ago, and he was complaining of some discomfort after it got put back in place, and we used it, but it's not on our regular routine.
Okay. I mean, I use the Deep Blue into like a lot of my body whenever I work out intensively, and but I recommend it to a lot of my clients of yoga, and my mom uses it on a regular basis. So Deep Blue is fantastic for massaging and relaxing muscle pain and tension, you know, joints. And also, obviously, the box, the diffuser, and so on. So that is the most saving for your kit if you want to change everything in there. So today I have to say, I wish I would have started with this. But
I agree. Same here, because I ended up buying everything in this kit eventually, and I could have bought it all together and saved, I think it's $180 savings when you get this kit. Yeah. The second option that you guys have is the Aroma Essentials collection. This diffuser is the La Luz diffuser. It's made of glass. It's beautiful, and it has 10 oils. These are 5 ml oils. Those are approximately 85 drops in each of the bottles. And these are a selection of oils that you can use to make your home smell amazing. But also notice how a lot of these oils we have mentioned, and they are for stress, for anxious feelings, and for overall health. They're a great way to get rid of all the toxic products in our homes that make it smell great, because you can still get the benefit of having your house smell great, but with plant-based oils. This set goes for $149.50. And again, it's 10 oils and a diffuser.
The Home Essentials kit, it's a lot of the oils that we mentioned in the presentation today, the basic oils for the kids are here. Comes with a diffuser. I want to highlight the bottles in this kit, in the Home Essentials, they're like 15 milliliters. So the size of that bottle is this size. So it's like around 250 drops.
Mm-hmm.
The prior kit had 10 bottles of oil, different blends, and it's 5 milliliters. So I just want to put the difference in there. So in this kit, you're having 2 times more, well, 3 times to 1, right? 5 to 15.
Yeah.
But you're not paying 3 times the cost of the past one. So obviously this is a great kit for you to get started in doing your, your own blends and having everything that we've talked about, the stress, allergies, skin, irritation, sleep, immunity, digestion, all what we talk about.
Another option would be to start with a Healthy Start kit. It has 10 of the basic and usually the top 10 essential oils in the small size, 5 ml. And this will cover a lot of your cabinet makeover needs just to get started. And this one goes for $160. It's similar in price to the Aroma Essentials collection. But as Gabriela notice how you can get more drops with the previous kit. And the price difference is not that big. All right, so if you sign up this month, August, the current promotion is that when you enroll with a $150 order, you are going to get $50 doTERRA to spend in the future. Let me give you an idea of what $50 doTERRA can do. Maybe 2 bottles of lavender, maybe 1 lavender, 1 peppermint, or maybe 2 oils that you don't have in your kit that you can get next month with the $50 reward.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's amazing, because then you're not only getting, your membership way, you're not getting oils in discount because you're buying into the starting kit, but then you're also getting 2 free oils for the future month or whatever oil you decide to add on, right? So if any of the kits that you're buying this month doesn't have one particular oil that you want, you can get it with your free doTERRA. So you're getting just by enrolling in August, so you only have a few more days.
So think about which kit feels best for you and your budget.
Yeah, so the whole question here is like, evaluate your budget, reach out to us, and we can help you in making that startup kit. There's so much more to learn about here, and we can help you with that. So you have our contact information in our Facebooks, and yes, I mean, reach out to us. I'm in Instagram, DoyogaNbehappy, and Mariana.
I am essential.wellness. .dot. We are so happy that you joined us here today. This topic is really close to our hearts because we know how essential oils have changed our lives. And just remember that the decisions that we have made in the past do not have to continue. We have the power to change them. And because we know a product can help us, because that's all we've known, that can change because you didn't have the education that you do now, and you can make better choices now. Nobody willingly puts products that could be dangerous to their kids knowingly, but until you know better, you can change.